Hello! What not a better way to return to YouTube than going old school, doing a vlog in my Subaru STI. Got a little bit of sideways action here. We're going for getting my AC on. Now, this might not be the STI you wanted, but it's the STI you needed. Is this angle okay? Okay, maybe change it. Hold on. This is a little better. The last video I made, I told you guys that I just needed a mental break from uploading on YouTube, and I have now returned. The reason I'm doing a car vlog right now is because I've done so much in the past month and a half that I can't even show you guys my shop, my house. Like, I've got to be careful about it, and I gotta be honest with you guys, it's been so hard for me, guys, the past couple months to keep everything that I have done a secret. And now that I'm coming back, I can finally start posting all this stuff again. And you know what? I was even able to post on Instagram and TikTok and stuff repetitively and not give anything away. I had to be super secretive with angles and everything. I've bought cars, I've completely transformed pre-existing cars, I've gotten rid of some cars, like a lot has happened in 2 months. And the point of this video is not just to be like, hey, we're giving away a car and then leaving. Hey, that's my wife. But I wanted to come back, do a chat, and go old school with it. Obviously, we're giving away a car. If you guys want to know some more details, you can go to 53supply.com. Now, we're actually kicking this giveaway off with double entries. So this weekend, if you want to win the car that we're giving away, which I'll show you in a second, which you guys probably already know, we are doing double entries this week, and we got tons of new merch. Victoria has been working incredibly hard. We've been working incredibly hard on this. We are gonna have some awesome stuff for you guys. But yeah, double entries for the giveaway. Starting it off, we're going big. This car is awesome. You can hear like a little fluttering real quick. Hold on, listen to this. This thing is fun. Originally, a long time ago, I wouldn't say my channel kicked off by doing STI vlogs. I had a Subaru STI, red STI back in the day, and I used to go drive to school and drive to work, whatever it was, and I would make a vlog of me just driving to work, and a lot of people like that, and that's kind of what motivated me to start the channel. Nostalgia might kind of construe and get you confused and think that like the STI started my channel. My channel actually never kicked off until I got rid of the car, but a lot of people out there are still watching from that red STI day, so those days, I mean, and I just want to thank you guys for still being here. You guys are incredible. Now, I did take a month and a half or almost 2 months off of uploading, and what I want you guys to know is that I wasn't just kicking my feet back, playing Escape from Tarkov, sipping back, drinking beer and whiskey, and having a great time. No, I was actually working harder than I ever have, trying to... Dude, this car is fun. This makes amazing sounds, holy crap. I wanted to take a mental break from like the pressures of keeping an upload schedule. And that allowed me to be as creative as I could and make the best content as I possibly could. Now, obviously for me, being only employed by YouTube and having 53 Supply, not selling clothes and not making videos for 2 months, I didn't get a paycheck for 2 months. So it was kind of a leap of faith, and it was definitely an interesting one. I kind of want to incorporate this later into my daily advice, but it kind of like anybody and everybody has a chance out there to take a break and to step back, and it's always going to have a risk, but it can yield some rewards. What I wanted to do was stop focusing on uploading on YouTube, because YouTube, like, to be frank, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or like be annoying about it or anything, but they expect you to live your life based off their standards. So if you don't upload X amount of videos per week, you go down in the subscription feed and your videos suffer from it. It's not necessarily people don't want to watch your content, but it's more of like people are just not going to see that you are uploading content. So speaking of, make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're seeing this right now, you probably are, but subscribed and make sure you have those notifications turned on. It helps me out a ton. I'm going to actually have 3 videos a week for you guys from here on out for a long time. I probably made about 15 to 20-ish videos on my break. And like I'm still, right now, I'm catching up with a bunch of other stuff. It's just awesome. I'm really excited, and I got a lot of cool stuff for you guys. By the way, this car has a closed deck. RJ20G, dude. Goated. Back to the STI thing. I'm in my 1994 Subaru STI. I bought this car with my sister. I wanted to go down and take a trip to Houston. And, you know, I got this car as sort of like an investment piece. I bought a few cars over the years, not necessarily to make content on, but to have to drive around for fun, you know, if I wanted to, also to just invest in, or, you know, just because I can. I also have a lot of other cars that I don't necessarily drive all the time that kind of sit and just collect value. And that's kind of a part of the thing. Now, what I do want you guys to know is I've focused really hard on this break to get back into driving, to get back into my roots and actually do some HPD, maybe some drifting, and get everything prepped for drag racing. I've really wanted to get back into driving lately, but I needed to take this break so that I could, I was so caught up in doing little things and just making videos that I couldn't actually keep my cars running. I had people come over, I paid for help during the break, I got a bunch of my cars running, and I'm really ready to get all of my cars to the point to where I can drive them again. My goal was to get things rolling again so that I had cars running, or new cars, you name it. I wanted to get myself motivated again to do the best that I could, and to get myself prepared to get some seat time. These guys are staring at the car. Let's go. Yeah, there's only 200 of these. Only 200 of these bad boys. Actually, 100 hatches in the world. So you guys stare all you want. You probably will never see one again. And ladies and gents, that brings me to my next point. The car I'm giving away is, you guessed it, the car I just misshifted, my one of 200 ever created 1994 Subaru STI. This car's been really awesome, and I've driven it just a bit. I've tried to actually put the least amount of miles on it as I could, but I ended up doing Tomei unequal length exhaust manifold on here. It's got a super rare catback on it that we ended up doing, a custom downpipe to kind of go to the catback that it's got. And then it's got a BRZ Brembo conversion up front, and also some super, I would say uncommon in this spec, racing wheels and some really grippy tires. This car is amazing. And, you know, I was thinking real long and hard about it, and for reasons that you guys won't understand for a couple more weeks worth of videos, I was okay with getting rid of this car. In my life, I've always wanted to be more than just a car guy. Like, you know, I want you guys to enjoy my cars vicariously through me, but it's also important to me that I am a living example of what you guys might strive to be someday. You know, success was something I was always hungry for as a kid. You know, as I was growing up in high school, like, I worked really hard. I worked a full-time job while I was in high school. I just always wanted to be successful. And, you know, I think the hardest thing about my growing up was everybody said, like, you got to disregard everything else, disregard family, disregard friends, disregard everything else, and just grind, just work. I worked on my YouTube channel through college. I mean, I was literally, like, I'd be up at 7 in the morning, I'd be doing school. I took 18-hour semesters, and I would work on my YouTube channel pretty much the rest of the night when I wasn't doing homework. So I did work really, really, really hard in my younger years, which I'm very thankful for, and I'm still young. I turned 28 over the break. I wanted to just not, you know, that was another thing that I kind of just wanted to disregard YouTube, not worry about views, and stop worrying about subscriber counts and this and that. You know, I wanted to just enjoy that. So I turned 28, old man, getting close to 30. The hardest thing is everybody always said that, like, you have to grind. You can take a break when you're dead, or you can sleep when you're dead, or, you know what, like, work as hard as you can, and then when you're 40, you'll be retired, and then you just don't have to work anymore. First off, I don't really believe in just retiring. I don't really believe in kicking back and, you know, kicking up your feet and not doing anything productive for the world for the rest of your life. You know, money's cool, it's great. I want to provide for my family, and I will always do my best to do that, and I will always work hard. But, you know, I think one thing that's overlooked very often in terms of success is your creativity is very important. Not only your creativity, but your attitude towards your work. You're never going to create productive, good, quality work if you are burnt out. You're never going to if you're not creative. A lot of people kind of look down on taking breaks. And so what I didn't do was vacation. What I didn't do was sit back and say, oh, I hope this resolves itself. I took a calculated sort of risk, if you will. But one of the most wrong things I've ever heard in my life is that successful people never quit. That's so incorrect, and the reason being is because successful people do quit. They just quit the right things at the right time. Successful people know when to quit the right things at the right time, and not necessarily quit, but you know when to back out of something when it's no longer going to generate a return for you. Look at this lighting, this is wild, by the way. When you're no longer generating a return on something, that's when you would quit, right? And not necessarily quit, but we're going to take that a step a little bit differently, a step to the side, and say a successful person also knows when to step back and reevaluate and reconvene and sort of reset. I needed to reset mentally, and I needed to reset business-wise. I needed to step back and spend more time thinking about our clothing brand. I needed to step back and spend more time actually filming super genuinely good content that I spent a lot of money and time on, so that I could get the best viewership and the most engagement possible. I will say the stuff that's coming up is going to be, I think, the best content that I've ever created on my YouTube channel. I don't think it can get any better than this. The only thing is, it's not with my sister, so, you know, sorry guys, she's in school. Aside from the stuff I've done, you know, with my sister in the past, it's gonna be some really awesome stuff. If you guys don't see this, I'm going through a neighborhood that's like not quite built yet. I would hate to live in one of these right now, and everybody just like be building around you. Hey, Subaru gang! Oh, we're at a cul-de-sac. Uh-oh. I'm kind of going everywhere right now. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate through this. I've never been in this neighborhood before, but it's kind of fun to see it. Your brand will be here as long as you are, right? Your brand will not stop because you decide to take a week off. Your brand will not stop if you decide to take a mental health break, or it won't stop if you have a kid and you need to take a month off to watch the kid. You know what I mean? We have grown slaves to the algorithms of this society at the moment. To Instagram, if you don't post X amount of times per week, if you don't post a certain type of content, you're screwed. Your brand's done, you're done, your likes are going down, business is over, right? And so we've gotten into that mentality, and we really need to get out of it. Because just because you're not getting likes at the moment, just because you're not getting as high of views at the moment, does not mean life is over. And that's the same, it goes the same with business. I mean, YouTube is business. You can look at it analytically like a business, or you can look at it like it's just a fun thing. Whether you like it or not, views, subscribers, engagement, like those are in a sense like, those are income statements. Those are in a sense dollar signs. Those are the same types of analytics you would look at if you were running a company. And just because like your TikTok is not been doing well this month, that just means you're not as green as you've been the other months. I want to encourage you guys, if you want to be content creators, or if you are a content creator out there, stop worrying about what the algorithm is going to do to you. It does suck, right? Like for me, I'm just gonna be crass here. I've been fisted by YouTube for literally years now. Not a single thing of mine has ever gone viral really, except for like 1 or 2 videos with my sister, which has been great. Some of the stuff that I have filmed just I always felt like I've been the underdog. I've always felt like I've been super underappreciated because, you know, if I do something, it won't get views, but somebody will do something exactly similar to me with a new YouTube channel, and they'll get millions of views and subscribers and stuff like that. So it's hard, but for me, I needed to take a step back, and I needed to make content not focused on the current views I was getting, the current subscriber feedback that I was having. Like, I wanted to take a month and a half to do whatever the hell it was I wanted to do and reset myself. And so that is why I took this break off. I was not sitting back relaxing. I was, for the first time in a long time, doing what I wanted to do. And you know what? If it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, then, you know, I'll go get a job in finance, whatever. You know, I want you guys to know that I will always be making YouTube videos as long as you guys allow me to. And that seems like crazy and dependent on you guys. That's exactly what anything in the entertainment industry is. Like, Post Malone wouldn't be Post Malone if he didn't sell tickets to concerts, you know, if he didn't get views and listens on the Spotify. You know, it's all the same stuff. I will continue doing this as long as I can, and I want to thank you guys for being patient in the break. There's tons of amazing content creators out there that I'm sure you guys were loving and watching, and you know, I'm happy to be back. I want to say this is my daily advice for you guys. Too often we look at the day-to-day. We look at the small points in life, when in reality, like, it's super important to look at the big picture. And it's really hard for a lot of people to do, but right now, this little month-and-a-half break of, making no money, spending a ton of money, like, that's gonna be a dent in what I see is like a 10-year possible return of great things to come. You look at this like, oh, this month I'm doing so bad, or oh, today I'm doing so bad. Well, it's like, you're not gonna remember today, or you're not even gonna remember this month in 10 years. Listen, you have good months, you have bad months, you have good days, you have bad days. If you can take hold and take point and take control of your schedule and your life, and don't let your schedule and your life control you, you'll be much happier of a person. You'll be able to get a lot better grips of a lot more things going on in your life. That was kind of my main motivation here, was to just get a better control over my life. Hi, what's up? Oh, you're putting up the fall wreaths? Gotcha. Women stuff. So I don't know. She distracted me, but your brand can wait. As long as you're alive, your brand's here. You're having a bad month does not define your entirety of your business. I'm sure Amazon has bad days. I'm sure Microsoft has bad months, you know what I mean? And that's easy to say because they have millions of dollars to whatever. Stop living day to day and focus more on the big picture. It's super healthy to do that. I was actually able to kind of, so like for a long time for me, this is a little personal, but for a long time for me, I've had trouble with a drinking sort of habit. When I lived in California, I was super alone. We were super lonely. Nobody was really there for us. Our friendships were really interesting, and it just did not work out for us at all. And so Victoria and I both kind of turned to drinking every single night. And that, for me, it didn't really affect her. She thankfully was fine. But for me, that turned into a snowball effect of years to come, where I was battling with trying not to just drink every day and like get drunk or like a super good buzz every single night. And I was like stressing myself out, and then I would rely on a drink to kind of stop that. And for years, and even 2 years ago, I took my month off. A lot of you guys thought I stopped, and I kind of wish I had, but I took a full 30 days off. It helped me a ton, and then it kind of crept back into my life. During this break, I was able to get my mental health in check so well to where I was actually able to build a healthy relationship with this again. Instead of drinking to forget, now I drink to remember. I don't have a daily relationship with it anymore. So because I was able to take this break, you guys don't even understand, but because I was able to take this break, I was able to focus on myself for the first time in a long time. Working 40-hour weeks in high school and then working 150 hours between school and YouTube all during college really has a mental toll on you, especially when it doesn't turn out as well as you wanted it to. Obviously, I'm blessed and I'm thankful for everything that we have, but I have this sort of mental robbery that I'm always trying to battle of, like, it could have been better, I could have made more. And so I was just getting really tired. I wasn't seeing the return that I wanted, and so I just needed to do that, focus on myself, and then kind of reestablish. So I want you guys to know that I'm going back to my roots, and at this point, if this content isn't desired, then that's it. Like, I am just going to be posting me, and that's what worked for me initially, and I'm hoping that it works for me now. This is going to be real life, real stuff. I have now tackled my anxiety. Don't struggle with drinking every day anymore. I've kind of got more of a grip on my life again, so I can get back to the track, drive my cars again, and buy cars and actually use them. And so I'm excited. I obviously want you guys to know that I'm giving away this car. It helps us a bunch. This is a big part of our business. This is a big part of the support of the channel is doing giveaways, and also it helps me just clear out space in my shop. So one of you guys can win this incredibly rare Subaru STI. It's double entries this weekend. So make sure you guys are going there to 53supply.com. If you're seeing this after the weekend, if you're seeing this after the dates, every dollar you spend gets you an entry. But now we're doing double entries for this weekend. So make sure you guys go over there. You guys can grab a chance to win this 94 Subaru STI. It's super cool. You can be in the Subi gang and join me. That's it. I'm gonna put this. Oh, the intercooler water spray still works, by the way. I just wet down the intercooler. It's pretty fire. I'm gonna get off. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm actually tuning a car today that you guys don't even know about. So we're doing crazy stuff. My shop is full of things that you guys are not ready for. I'm really excited for it. It's brought me a lot of good time, and I'm stoked to make some content. So, love you guys. I'll catch you guys next video on Monday. On Monday, we start all of the crazy stuff. Peace out. Have an amazing one. Hey, guys. I do have 2 videos in front of you to watch. They're old videos, but you can still watch them. They recommend for you. It helps me a ton if you like put my stuff on autoplay, if you just keep watching. But also make sure you go to 53supply.com and grab yourself some merch. Have an amazing day.